Many people believe that by adding diamonds to their watches, they are increasing the value of their watch. This line of thinking is what separates watch collectors from others who simply desire the flash and buzz of owning a well-known watch. There is nothing inherently wrong with pizzazz and fanfare. If you're going to be making as high as tens of thousands of dollars, you can do whatever you want with your watch. However, just like you don't want to ruin the lines of a good suit, you shouldn't attempt to destroy beautiful artwork like a watch with unworthy diamonds. The school of thought that believes that the value of a watch increases with the addition of gemstones or diamonds is an incomplete one. In some cases, that might be true, as the intrinsic value of the added materials will boost the value of the watch itself. However, in other instances, adding any other material to the watch is tantamount to ruining the elegant lines of a perfectly made suit. For some watches, their value lies in their unaltered, all-original condition. For such watches, any form of customization by adding diamonds will only reduce its overall value and desirability. With luxurious watches, there is a huge difference between the factory diamonds and the custom-set diamonds. The factory diamonds are carefully installed into the watches by their respective manufacturers during the production process. For watches customized with diamonds, on the other hand, excuse the pun, the diamonds are installed by a third party once the watch has left the production hut. Just as is to be expected for any luxurious brand, there are in-house jewelers and gemologists present to ensure that the precious stones placed in each of the watches are to the utmost brilliance and quality. Many of these manufacturers release a small batch of gem set watches for their clients who like their bling. These watches, however, are produced with near-perfection execution, and the gems set into the watches are the finest gemstones available. Most people who wear bling watches are individuals that are representing the hip-hop styles and flavor. It is the trademark for individuals in the music industry, or those who enjoy a certain genre of music. One of the biggest promoters of the bling watches is hip-hop. Since the fad of wearing ice and gold came onto the hip-hop scene in the 80s, people associated with the movement have donned them too. In a bid to show that they belong to a particular scene, many people do as they should never do to their watches, and they get them customized. Thousands of people spend millions of dollars modifying their watches with custom accoutrements and new parts. One of the major players in the hip-hop scene with a diamond-crusted wristwatch is Rick Ross. Having spent tens of thousands of dollars first on his Oyster and then on its customization, Rick Ross will be quite shocked to learn that the watch is not quite the investment he thinks it is. Many people spend as much as $80,000 on a timepiece, thinking that they have put their money in a safe place. However, when it's time to part with it, these people get the shock of their lives when they find out the watch is worth no more than $5,000, $8,000 at the highest. What real watch collectors, as well as major players in the watch resale market know, many customized watches simply aren't worth the time, excuse the pun again, and the energy that has to be expended into restoring the customized watch to its original face. The work includes tearing off all the jewels, placing an order for new bezels and faces, and then restoring the watches to their previous glory. Besides, under American law and official policies of Rolex, any watch that contains foreign parts is no longer a Rolex. It's technically declared a counterfeit. The only chance at attempting to break even for such people is getting a decent price on the diamonds installed. There are often lots of differences between a factory-made diamond watch and a custom-made diamond watch. A huge range in quality and execution exists between the watches, and the gemstones could have been added by just about anybody since the watch was initially manufactured. One of the key differences between a factory-made diamond watch and a custom-made diamond watch is the quality of the diamonds or other gemstones used. A world-renowned luxury watch manufacturer would not make use of subpar gems in any of their top-line timepieces. However, the local jeweler might add economy-class diamonds into a watch to meet the demands of a client on a tight budget. That said, some clients are often willing to go to great lengths to spend a lot of money to decorate their watches. These fully iced-out luxurious watches from Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet or Rolex are often customized and tagged as bust-down watches. A bust-down watch is technically defined as a fully diamond-covered watch. These extremely expensive timepieces have been taken apart or busted down and then encrusted with high-grade diamonds and other gemstones the clients desire. The bust-down process also includes the bracelet, case, bezel and dial. A bust-down timepiece requires incredible workmanship, and it's not an ordinary job. Rather, it must be done by highly skilled diamond setters, as it's a meticulous job that requires long hours and a steady finger. Even though some manufacturers do produce diamond set watches from their factories, Those are not bust-down watches. The hallmark of a bust-down watch is a genuine high-end watch that is completely covered in aftermarket gemstones. The direct opposite of a bust-down watch is a plain Jane watch. A plain Jane watch is a watch from a high-end brand that has not been touched with any aftermarket customizations. Even more than the quality of the gemstones themselves, another factor to consider is the timepiece. The originality and factory-intended condition of the watch could affect the prices and desirability of a diamond set watch. Just as a serious collector would much rather have a completely original, totally unpolished vintage Rolex Submariner that has been fully restored, a diamond set Rolex can only come with added value to the purist collector if it was Rolex that provided and added the diamonds into the watch. These are extreme cases whereby the presence of custom set diamonds detracts from the overall value of the watch. For instance, if someone were to make changes to the original dial and bezel of a vintage Rolex Daytona by setting it with a bunch of poor quality, low carat diamonds, what results could be a timepiece that is worth significantly less than it was before the unfortunate modifications took place. In addition, customizing and modifying a new Rolex watch will void its factory warranty, and in certain cases make the watch ineligible for future factory services to be performed. The only exception is if the watch can be restored to its previous original manufacturer-intended condition. This point might not be important to some Rolex owners. It is significant to others, especially those whose watches were recently purchased and still fall under the warranty umbrella. Another factor that needs to be considered in the matter of a custom diamond watch is when a component with genuine factory set stones is installed on a luxury watch from the same manufacturer that was originally never intended to have that component. Some custom diamond watches are so cleanly done that it is practically impossible to tell whether or not the genuine diamond set component was a later addition. On the flip side, there are other watches like Rolex that quickly reveal with a quick check to the reference number that the watch never came with that gem set part. For instance, a person has an original Rolex diamond bezel installed on their two-tone date just, Ref 126233. The watch could still be containing 100% genuine Rolex components. However, it would be immediately clear that the diamond bezel was fitted for that watch. The first 3 in the reference number would be an 8. The Rolex service centers are known for taking issue with modifications and additions to their watches. To that end, they often mandate that the owners restore the watches to its original factory-intended configuration as parts of the terms and conditions of the service. Okay, so diamonds in a luxury watch are a great way to elevate an already premium product to a new level of opulence and exclusivity. However, not all diamonds are created equally. Also, there are instances when attempting to upgrade will only lead to a decrease in the overall value and desirability of the timepiece. One of the few instances where a customized watch might retain its value is a bust-down watch. But the time and effort placed into making a bust-down watch suggests that the owner of the watch has no intention of parting with it. And well, as long as it is still desirable to the owner of the watch, it still holds value. A bust-down watch is not a value investment, but an emotional investment. Do you believe in custom diamonds or factory set? Share your thoughts down below. Give us a like if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Goodbye, Lux Cats. Until next time.